Okay, in this video we are going to bore these wheels out so that they will fit on a Nissan hardbody or Pathfinder. The hub, obviously I don't have here because I just got the body, but the hub is going to be too big on the hardbody to fit in here. They need a 4-inch, and this is a roughly 3-inch. So what I did is I got my router bearing. This is a 1/2-inch shaft. The smaller shaft could possibly bend. I would definitely do the strongest thing that I could on this because these are not designed to cut aluminum. This is it's gonna be messy. It's gonna throw metal shavings everywhere, and you will definitely need some glasses. I would prefer goggles, and you have to cut really slow because it could get away from you. It could start bouncing and go into a vibration, and it could go crazy. So all the protective gear that you can get, I would definitely do, and I would recommend that 1/2-inch. So 1/2-inch shaft. What I'm doing is I'm going to cut from the bearing to the edge here. I chose the correct size bearing to give me 1/2 inch of cut, and this is 1/2 inch deep, and that's what I'm going to need. So what I will do is I will slowly cut down a little bit at a time and cut by using this bearing here to guide right on that lip, and I will just go around a little bit deeper each time I make a circle around until I get to the top of that being level here, and then I will know I'm 1/2 inch deep. And that bearing, if it is still good, sometimes these bearings will get destroyed. If it's still good, it'll be riding on that lip, and I'll know that I'm 1/2 inch deep this way, and then I will be 1/2 inch deep that way, and then I know the wheel will fit. I've done about 12 of these, maybe more, I don't know. But don't try to use a wore out bearing, and you might have to let it cool off. I've got this old router. I try to get it put back together. I don't remember what I got going on with this thing. It's just sitting over here on my shelf. I'll figure this out. I've got 3 of these to cut, and I'll cut them and kind of show you what I went through to do it. Alright, I'll cut you back on. Alright, so to show you, as long as my seat doesn't fall, this one has been cut, and that's what I've got. So I still left this little lip here. The bearing rides on that, and it cuts into that. It's not too bad. Just got to be careful. And this is a hub. This is a spinning spare that is going in the back of my Pathfinder. So this is a front hub built on a spindle that I've cut down. But anyway, that is what we're trying to clear, is all of this. And the back axle also has a lip. Some people grind these down, and they will grind the back axle down as well, but I don't really like to do that, so we're going to do it this way. Okay, so I've got my goggles that are dirty, and I can barely see through those, but that's what I'm going to use because they seal off around your face. I don't want anything in my eye, and I'm not going to cut very deep at a time, just a little bit. I'll make several passes. And so I should probably explain that if you do this, and okay, on the Titan wheels, this right here, when they go to balance your tire, when they put a new tire on here and they go to balance your wheel and your tire, they will put a cone in here and tighten that down and then spin this wheel. That cone has to sit perfect on the wheel So this lip, we are not altering this lip. That's where the cone will sit. It will tighten to that. This will be flush onto their machine, bam, like that. So it will not wobble and it will balance. On the Cadillac Escalades or any of the others, mainly the ones with the lug nuts that are not exposed, if there's a cover that goes over that, even some of the Z71s are exposed, but still I think those don't have this cone. If you are about to machine with your router where that cone sits, you are not going to be able to balance your wheel. Whenever you put a new tire on there, it will not balance. It will wobble around and it will not balance, I promise you. So that lip would have to be machined at a machine shop, and it would have to be very precise so that the wheel doesn't wobble, if that makes sense. So these I can do here at the house because the cone fits there. So that all being said, I'm going to cross my fingers that nothing comes loose. I'll get my glasses here and I will start routering this. That dog may want to go outside because this is not real pleasant. It's pretty loud and very dirty. So I've got these laid out where I can hopefully grab my metal shavings and just kind of scoop them up and get them in the trash. But they're probably going to go way off that blanket. And we'll see what we can do here. Alright, I have got it started and it looks like crap because my router keeps slipping. The lock on it is broken and it keeps wiggling, and this will fall deeper and deeper as I'm trying to cut, and it's really causing me a lot of trouble. So I've decided to put some 2-part epoxy in there and glue it, but I've glued it twice and it keeps falling. So now I've glued the crap out of it, and it probably will never move again, but that'll be fine. So what I'm going to do is just loosen this and pull the router bit out a little bit and then tighten it back up. Hopefully it will stay and I can get all 3 of these done at this point. We'll see, and I'll cut you back on. Alright, this is how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to be able to follow that around and cut a pretty nice edge. So hopefully I've got enough glue in there now and I can knock these wheels out. I got it almost all the way as deep as it'll go, over half anyway, maybe 2/3, and it's going really good. It's cleaning this wheel that was damaged. It's cleaning it up pretty good. But this is the second wheel and it looks really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and get this 3rd one and then set this to the full depth and then go again. Alright, after doing 3 wheels, this is all of the shavings. So you can imagine what kind of mess that I've got. I've got some scattered around, but most of it is on my blanket, so I'll just try to get my blanket, all this off the blanket into the trash. This was the wheel that was messing up, and it ended up being pretty nice. I did this one last just now, and it messed it up even more because my bearing trashed out on me right here at the end. Actually, that came loose. So I can clean this up probably a little bit better. Didn't even notice. I thought the bearing was trash. I'll just tighten that back up and I will hit this wheel one more time. But you can see that it will get them pretty clean. And we'll test fit them on a hub here in just a minute. There's the other one. So you don't have to really worry about it not being clean. It will be clean as long as your router doesn't mess up on you. That's pretty rough. I mean, it's not terrible, but that will be fine. But it's rough compared to the other ones. I'll hit that one more time now that I've got this back on. I'll tighten that up, and I'll clean this up, and I will show you how they fit on the hub. Alright, I brought this in, and that is my spinning spare bracket. It is the front hub, and it sits flush. I don't know how I'm going to be able to video this for you, but it does sit all the way down on. Hold on, let me see if I can angle it different. Alright, I'm holding the hub up in there, and you can see it sits flush. So we are good to go. I did all four of these the same, so they will all four fit. I don't even have to double check any of these. This one I still got to clean up the back side of it. I'm going to go ahead and do some painting today. I'm going to clean the back side of this and see if I can paint the back side of all three of these wheels. And then I've got two tires up here on my shelf that I pulled off of this Pathfinder, off of the rear. Put the correct size tire for the Pathfinder, but I've got a little something up my sleeve that I'm going to try to put in with this Pathfinder, and if I can get it going, I think it'll be pretty awesome. And those tires are low profile enough to fit on what I've got going on. So alrighty, until next time, we'll try to work out some other issues that we've got, and see if we can get some stuff going. Alright, I'll see y'all next time.